and joining our crew. We're all here at Tuesday's Tunes. We like to thank you for coming down and joining our crew. Cause we're all here at Tuesday's Tunes.
All right, welcome folks to another show here at coming live from Newport Analog Studios. It's Tuesday's Tunes for you tonight. Good evening, folks. Let me make sure we have that music turned
Good evening.
Good, there's Owen. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Tonight is a special, very special night for us here over at Analog Studios. The beginning of it all. Lost Time album is actually grows 15 years old today. So happy 15 years of Lost Time. Hard to believe. I did the math, and I was almost even just surprised a year has gone by, because I remember last year's tribute was a lot of fun, and so I just wonder how many times we're going to tribute this. But if you hadn't made it to our show last episode, it was a very special episode. It was to honor my father's birthday. It happened to fall on that day, February 21st. And so we put together a nice set where I asked my brother, my friend Katie, my mother, and Owen to pick songs. So we did. I did an original by Brian Flamand, "Down and Deep." That was the first tune. And then I did, Katie picked What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. And I did that one for Katie. Owen picked Home from the Foo Fighters. Their Echoes, Silence, Patience, and Grace album, 2007. And let's see. My mother chose the Hawaiian Wedding song, and I did Jim Reeves' version. And then I chose You Always Hurt the One You Love, and I sort of did a Mills Brothers mashup with Spike Jones at the end. So that was our last episode. Check that out if you didn't get a chance to tune in. We had a really good turnout, really exciting night. But it's there for you on our YouTube channel, Analog Studios RI. And that's where all
TuesdaysTunes.tv.
Yeah, and it's also that's our that's our website too. Yeah, see that? Click on that and that'll get you right there. So but we had a great time. But this is this week. So like I said, I did the math and I figured out it's 15 years of lost time. And I know that back when I did Tuesday's Tunes alone the first year during the pandemic, I wrote down numbers I did. The first tribute I did on March 9th. The opening music was October Rain. I did Closed Doors, Unveiled, Winds of Change, Closed Hospitals, Plant a Seed. And the closing music was What That Matters. The second tribute I did with Owen last year. I did October Rain, Closed Hospitals, Fake Heroes, Plant a Seed, and Winds of Change. So there were a few crossovers. So I had a few songs left. So those of you that are Uber fans, I'll do this for you now. The songs that are left: Ping Pong Game, Days Go By, My Lap She Puts Her Feet On, What It's Worth, What That Matters, Hard Sponge, and Headache. So that's what I chose. I chose from those songs for this week's show. So what do you say we get into it? Let's see what we got here in my folders. Oops, jeez. It's like we got a good turnout so far. Thanks again for showing up, folks. All right, that's right. So these are just for the. So I decided to really push the envelope this week, and I didn't make notes for my own songs. How's that? So. He's winging it. Yeah. And so we'll see how that goes. But so let's start off with our first number. It feels good to just get things going. Let's see here.
Over the shoulder.
Oh yeah, I want to do that just so we all know. Lost Time.
A little lower.
A little lower.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. My first CD. All right, here we go. So we're gonna start it off. myself stuck in this place I'm in. You know, I buy me a car and drive her real far. Get myself started in a new beginning. 'Cause these days they'll just keep on going by. These days they'll just keep on going by. I said these days they'll just keep on going by. These days they'll just keep on going by. Well, then it slapped me in the face one day. I realized you were playing me like a fiddle. Now, well, I'm still at home, feeling all alone. In the morning, cooking breakfast on my griddle. Woo! These days they'll just keep on going by. These days they'll just keep on going by. I said these days they'll just keep on going by. These days they'll just keep on going by. There's no reason to cry. Ain't no reason to ask why. I just want to look in your eyes, but there's no point in trying to try. I said there's no point in trying to try with any aspect of you. I'm a fool. But then I end my drought and realize you're not inside my mind, and this feeling so divine because you know what you did to me. So please don't act surprised when you come around and you waste my time. These days they'll just keep on going by. These days they'll just keep on going by. I said my days they just gonna keep on going by. These days they'll just keep on going by. Well, now this girl, she's good style, and maybe I'm too mild. I'll still be there to send you a smile because I felt something there. I know that you did too. Please don't disregard it or be too cool. Da-da-da-da, we caught on fire. Oh, we desire. Caught on fire. Oh, we desire. And now our fire, it has no desire in our day. Desire, it has no more fire. I think it's time to retire all our stupid desire. But in order to retire, we must extinguish the fire. She got the best of me, the best of me, the best of me. And I don't know why she got the best of me, the best of me, the best of me. And she didn't even try. We caught on fire with desire. Hey, that's all right. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Days go by, BYE. That's bye-bye. Thanks, everybody. That's a fun one. That's what the fifth song on the album. But yeah, I mean, let's see what the folks have to say about that.
Yeah, we got some friends in the chat.
Let's see. Yeah, it's been 15. That's right. Yeah. A little behind here, so I gotta scroll back. Katie's favorite album. That's great. I know, hard to believe 15 years, right? But so that's days go by. I'm trying to remember everything kind of like significant about how I know Analog played that one for a few years. I don't think I've played it live in a good deal of time. But what's that? Oh yeah,
Joking, quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set. Yeah, I can hear you through the. But that was really fun to play on the piano. That was one thing I remember. The closing music. The first year I did this, I was trying to play along to it, and anyways, I really enjoyed learning that one and working that one out. Now the second tune that I'm gonna do tonight isn't necessary. It's not on Lost Time. But it was probably written about like 7-8 years after Lost Time, and this one is I'm trying to think. I don't want to give it away just yet. How about this? This one, I feel like if there was any one of my songs that I had written after the fact of Lost Time, maybe this one should be on there. But just because, but. It's a nice tune. It kind of reminds me of like the springtime and rolling fields and whatnot. So like that's why I picked this one, because spring's right around the corner. And I also picked this one because, like I said, it feels like it kind of belongs with the Lost Time songs. It has a real Block Island soundscape sort of vibe to it. So I'm going to do this one for you. And I hope you like it. So it's two by yours truly right in a row here. Hope it's not too much now.
Hope you like them.
I hope you like them. Yeah, I mean, people are coming, so I guess. Hope we can keep them here. There's a field with the grass a little high. You turn back to me. Well, it's all for you. You found the end of the trail. You wait for me there. You wait for me there. Oh, let's climb this wall. lazy, warm belly, just a few more hours of daylight left for us. It always was a favorite time. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, look. You see the sun shining through the clouds of today. They begin to sail away. Hey, thanks, Owen. Thanks, everybody. That's look for us.
That's sweet.
Thanks, man. I think I've done that one before at Tuesday's Tunes, if I remember right. But I can't know for sure until I check the history of Tuesday's Tunes. It's probably in there. But that's look, that one I wrote for Tika. And Tika was my dog, if those of you that may not know it, and that's where I got these paw prints from. After she passed away, I had these tattooed. So that one was for Tika, and sort of a, Block Island-y tribute too. Teeks was with me with this whole Lost Time album, and so that's why I kind of picked that one. It was while I was working on the Lost Time tunes that I was like, oh man, I kind of want to work on that. I kind of want to play that song. And then we have it. So that's Oh Look. I hope you liked it. Yeah, I think that one was written in 2013 or 14. But it was 7 years after Lost Time. But that's number 2. And it's feeling pretty good. We're feeling like we got a little momentum now that we're after number 2. Let's see what we got for number 3. Oh yeah, number 3 is special. This is as we all know, it's the producer's choice of the evening. And
that's correct.
Yeah, and I think we both sort of realized that it was the Lost Time show before we sort of announced. And so Owen didn't pick a Lost Time song, and that's okay. Owen knows my songs well enough. He doesn't have to pick one of my songs for the show. But what he did do is he picked a song from one of our favorite bands that we're going to see next week.
It's the 10th anniversary of this album.
Yeah, so yeah. Wow, the numbers tonight are just
they're really clicking.
And is it full moon or what? What is it? Stuff, all that going on. This stuff's swirling around.
A lot of ins, outs.
Yeah, it's cool. And I think it's pretty cool too that that's pretty cool. That's 10 years. And then 15 years, and basically Lost Time had a lot of heavy influence to this band. So they got a copy of it back in 2000, I think 2010, and well, no, I'm just joking, but it's nice to think that this that I may have influenced them, because Lost Time came out before this album. Very, very significant album in our world. Yep. And Owen sort of asked me to pick anything that I could anything that I wanted to but just from the first album. So I did. I went and looked at the album, and I kind of picked this one because it just sort of stuck out to me as one that I wanted to either do or actually could do. So I hope you like it. I really enjoyed getting into the nitty gritty of this tune.
I'm excited.
And I hope you really like it too. So it's here we go. We're going into number 3 here. Here is the producer's choice for the evening, and we're gonna do it. Your sting red full stops my skin, dotted scratch, scratch, now I'm bleeding. Legions upon legions of craftsmen handmade my feelings. Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin. There's bears in the woods and they're out to get me. I'm safe from harm if I stay in the chalet. Hold me tight and I'll sink in. I'm absorbed in your thinking. But you don't know. You don't know. Your sting red full stops my skin, now dotted, he scratched, now I'm bleeding. Legions of craftsmen, handmade my feelings. For you. For you, excuse me. Thank you so much, Owen. Excellent choice, even though I chose it.
I think we forgot to mention we're going to go see them next week, too.
I did. I said that. I said that earlier.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you might have been screwing around in there. I'm not. I'm trying to keep the show together here. No. I did say it. I said we're going to see him next week, celebrating the. Yeah.
Shout out to Fallon and Ashley. We'll see you there.
Yeah. Are they tuned in? Did you check that out? Yeah.
So
I hope so. Yeah, I hope that Ashley and Fallon tuned in. But yeah, I mean, we're going down to Brooklyn, right? Is that where we're going to see him?
Yep.
And
King's Theater.
King's Theater. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Theater.
Theater. Yeah, that first album was pretty significant. This song,
Floored me.
kind of I think it
Like,
floored the world.
literally.
Yeah, I think it was
Something
like-
good. I think literally floored me.
Yeah, and this was actually the last song on the album. As you know, it's called "Handmade" from the graphics. I didn't say it earlier, but
Spoiler alert.
yeah, but it's kind of a beautiful song. I think it's a love song. Some people think maybe it's about drugs, but the line "legions upon legions of craftsmen handmade my feelings."
God, that hits.
It hits. I mean, I just got goosebumps if you can zoom in on them. But yes, some folks, I think that is a beautiful way to say how you love somebody. But when I was reading about different people's sort of interpretation, I thought it was kind of interesting that craftsmen the best drugs were made by craftsmen, craftsman quality. And so that was sort of a reference that I'm like,
Doesn't he also allude to scratching himself till he bleeds?
Yep. Yep. So, I mean, it could be about a goddamn mosquito bite, So, and then it's just
Probably some book, to be honest. Like, a lot of those songs had passages from books that he read.
yeah. And then the interesting, "Are You Sitting Comfortably? Then We'll Begin." That's like the, I forgot what it was called, like Big Mama or something like that they would broadcast in Britain. These guys are from England. So it was like a voice snippet from that show, that voice. And it's kind of an interesting...
Well, one of the interludes, you can hear the lady vacuuming the studio.
Yeah.
That's neat.
It's pretty wild. I mean, and the idea of "Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin" is like, I feel like he's setting the stage for how he's trying to tell someone how he feels. Some people thought it was maybe about going to therapy or sort of, but
The start of a show, like lifting the curtain.
yeah. I think it's it's sort of a display of, here it is. This is, "Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin." And
Maybe it's an intervention.
yeah, I think it's either an intervention or a really, 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 really sweet love song. And I feel like it's I don't know. I'm gonna lean towards a love song because you know me, I'm just a sap, But that's Handmade. Both the name of the song and the name of the band have hyphens in them. That's pretty fun. Think about that. See that?
Technically, Alt J is actually a keyboard combination. Technically, they're the triangle, but on a Mac, if you hit, I guess now it would be Command J. That's how I got the graphic.
I think we lost the iPad. I'm in the dark over here. We forgot to charge the iPad.
Oh, Katie said interventions are love songs.
Interventions are love. Wow. Damn.
Heavy night on
Take
Tuesdays.
it easy. I'm
Tunes.
getting there's 3 waves of goosebumps just talking about this song.
That was great, Katie.
Wow, good job. That was a great one. That was interventions are love songs. Well, maybe we should play another.
Funny guy.
Yeah. Well, just to lighten it up. Not that it's not to lighten it up, but
We do have some fun songs.
We do have some fun songs, and what else is more fun than to think about our dear friend and cousin Mason turning 27 this Saturday. So I think he's upstairs. I'm not sure he knows I'm doing this, but this one goes out to Mason. It's from this band actually originated in Omaha, Nebraska, and it has a really California sound to them. But they're originated in Omaha, Nebraska. I don't want to give too much away. They were formed in 1988. And they have 13 studio albums. I'm trying to, which is interesting with their name. So
Are they still active?
I think they're still active.
13 albums. That they One of those must be recent.
Yeah. I think that they're still active. And the reason why, I might just give away a little, but the reason why I chose this band is because it just so happens to be the date of Mason's birthday. So that being said, it sort of gives away a little bit, but it's like kind of so let's just get into the song then, because this is what happens when I start talking too much, right? So let's see if I can pull this one off. This one's a really cool song, and I think, well, let's just do it. Here we go. Passing the gun, kicking back in the sand and in the sun. To be alive is loving, where the shore meets the sea, man. I'm humming, well, I'm free as I stare at the sea, and I'm not coming down. The world is yours once you have found. The good is to share, which is elsewhere. The beauty of greed is where light is now broken by what it touches, remembering what you once have told me. It home, and it hasn't always been so. I'm free as I stare at the sea, and I'm not coming down. Well, the world is yours once you have found. The good is to share, which is elsewhere. Like I said before, I say it once more. I knew you wouldn't make me feel so good. I wanna do you right. Can't get enough of this is the stuff life's about, and it trips me up. I wanna do you right, do you right. Bright mornings, days when I want so much, I want nothing. Just this life and no more. All come within this world. There is my only one for me. She's waiting, I'll soon come. I'm free as I stare at the sea, and I'm not coming down. Well, the world is yours once you have found. The good is to share, which is elsewhere. Like I said before, I said once more, do it feels so good, I wanna do you right. Can't get enough of this and the stuff what life's about, and it trips me up. I wanna do you right. Free from the burn and the spot from the burning up the bars. So hack and hold no has, no hack, no buzz. There's a swing to the thing you bring and check it out. Now, how could you be so good to me? Yeah, well, how could you be so good to me? Yeah, I want to be free, I want to be free. Buzz, hack, buzz, yeah. Swing to the thing you bring and yeah, and check it out. Like I said before, I'll say it once more. I knew you wouldn't make me feel so good. I want to do you right. I can't get enough of this, the stuff what life's about, and it trips me up. I want to do you right. Will you right? Oh yeah. Yeah, you know,
That was good.
it's
fun.
that's a fun 311 song. Happy birthday, Mason. That'll be Saturday. Send him his happy birthday wishes on Saturday.
Your mom gave a birthday shout out to Mason, so we'll send that up the stairs.
Yeah.
Katie
Yeah.
said this is my favorite Tuesdays tunes.
Oh my God. Every Tuesday's tunes is her favorite. So I guess we just keep bringing it. We keep
Do what we do. Cassie liked that one too. She said nice.
Yeah, that's a fun one. I always think of the Missing Lance Project, of course. Katie knows who I'm talking about. John Barrows and the fellas, Glenn Robinson. Was it Dan or Adam? And Justin. So yeah, and so they would do that song with the Missing Lance Project, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, that song is like it sounds like a really like a basement song that they wrote in the basement, and that's kind of what it was on their first EP, which was called Downstairs. It was an independent release, which is kind of fun to think about because the Dingoes released our basement recordings. That was the name of our first tape. It's just kind of a fun parallel where they called it Downstairs and we called it Basement Recordings. But they released that in 91. I think it was actually on a tape. And like Dingo's basement recordings were. But that's kind of fun to think about. You know, they and the band, the name 311, which is a really funny thing to know, is that it's the police code for an indecent exposure. So if someone's running down the street naked, we got a 311. And they chose that for a band name because I guess the guitarist got arrested for streaking once. But it's pretty cool. It was pretty cool name, I think, for a band. There wasn't many bands back then doing just the number thing back early in the, you know what I mean? And you had your Sum 41s and your Blink 182s. That came, but these guys were just doing numbers. You know, this was 311. So, anyways, that's 311. And they have a lot more like popular tunes. What's the more Beautiful Disaster?
Down.
Down.
Also, Katie says, don't forget Adam
Bills. Yeah. That's what I was trying to remember. His brothers, Adam or Dan, right? Dan was the drummer. I was just because they're twins. I got screwed up. But yeah, that's fun. It's a fun song. I mean, it
came out nice.
Thanks, man. Yep, that was 91 on their album Unity. That was the name of that album. So that brings us. We're kind of at the close to the end here. To our last song, which again I don't have notes for because it's one of my own. So we're gonna do another Lost Time song tonight to close us out. But before we do so, there's a really special machine that made Lost Time happen, and I was thinking about it tonight as I got it ready. There she is. Sweetheart, how are you? My beloved 4-track. Yeah, my beloved 4-track. It's not the big old goat that we got at Bry's house, the other Tascam, the Dingo's 4-track. This was Dave Flamand's 4-track that I bought at South County Music Exchange. And it's hard to believe. I bought it probably that year, so it's 15 years old. I didn't use it for anything else. I recorded Lost Time on it, and that was it. I may have done a couple other small recordings, but I didn't release any of them. It was just for like kind of screwing around or whatever it may be. So there she is. I just wanted to honor her. As you can see, there's 4 faders right there, and then there's the master fader. So that's what makes it 4 tracks. So you can have 4 different tracks going at once there. And of course, analog tape and Tascam. We like to thank Tascam for all their work they've done to
prop up the operation.
To musicians and over the years, they've made it happen for us. Our relationship with the the other 4-track is a lot more. I don't know. I guess there's a lot more to it than this one because me and Brian and Ben and Andy, we did so many songs on that one, but there's just something about a recording machine. So we wanted to show you that to kind of tie it all in. Yeah. And another fun thing to think about is that me and Owen took Lost Time, and we then went to record the Analog Media album. So Analog is kind of Analog Studios is technically 15 years old this year too. So it's kind of a fun year to think about. A lot of things are happening over here at Analog Studios as we season ourselves to the 15th season. But so we got one more.
Oh, I noticed actually. Yeah, no. On the website, I had the original copyright year, and so on the website it says copyright starting 2007.
So okay, so I think you had the website before.
So I guess 15, 16 years.
Yeah. So you had the website a year before. Yeah, because I.
Yeah, so I guess right on the money. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Pretty neat. Time moves, man. Time moves. Don't let it bite you. But so what do we have? I got number five. Let's just get to it. I hope you like this one. This one's a lot of fun. Floats away, you can't feel its evil ways. So come away with me. But it's not like the country, it's not like the city. The smile is on my face. We're sharing wine and speaking truth into each other's eyes. What it is to see you smile lying on the sand with me. We're staying for a while. We're staying for a while. We're staying for a while. 'Cause now that you're here, it's all what that matters. And now that you're here, it's all not the same. And now that you're here, it's all what that matters. And now that you're here, it's all not the same. Yeah, well, they're all looking for their drugs. The storm is inside their minds. They're just sitting, wasting their time. Thinking life has passed them by, but they're still waiting for something to come along. And I'll wait for you singing a song. You come by from sing along. 'Cause now that you hear it's all what that matters. Now that you hear it's all not the same. And now that you hear it's all what that matters. And now that you hear it's all not the same. What that matters. 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 What that matters to me. Hey.
Those little fills were always my favorite part. Guitar fills. So just slides into the next part so gracefully. It's quite impressive.
Thanks, man. I know. I always loved that about that song. How I thought of the.
It just flows so smooth.
Yeah, it's. I sort of underestimated that song. I never really brought it to a band. I think because it's pretty involved. But that's a fun song. That's a really fun song.
Here.
And that's excuse me. That's What That Matters from our Lost Time album. It is funny that I didn't put a date on it, but I know it's 2008.
Hold it up to the bird's eye.
The bird's eye, yep, 30. This probably was Ben's copy, I think.
There it is. Yeah.
I think Ben got number
Who's
30.
on the picture?
This is actually Owen, you got me a John Lennon as a birthday gift the same year.
Oh, so that's not the sleeve?
No, it's a John Lennon sleeve. John Lennon acoustic. This was a really cool album because it was an album that Yoko Ono put out. And I think I mentioned this before on the show, but I'll bring it up now. I like to keep it with this because you gave it to me the same year we did Lost Time, and
okay.
Because Yoko put this out, some really cool pictures and drawings that John drew, and then she put all the chords, all the words and all the chords to the songs in the booklet. Now, remind you, this is before you could,
Which album?
This was called John Lennon Acoustic. And so this was 2004. Yeah, you could still look up chords. You could still go on the internet and look it up. But we were still in that transitional period of it's nice to get something like this because it's like, you look at it and within this one little thing right here, there's 10 songs that I can play just on this page. And I don't have to click something to look at a screen like I was, you can learn it like this. And that was what her idea was with this album, is that hopefully it'll inspire people to play these songs. And
so is it just kind of a compilation of his hits or deep cuts or?
Yeah. Yep.
Or was it like an official release by him?
No, it's basically a release by her of different recordings. Not necessarily hits. Real Love, Imagine, I guess those are hits. Well, all of them are hits. John Lennon, Watching the Wheels, What You Got.
Cool. So yeah, like a compilation.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, so here it is. I found it. I dedicate this album to the future guitarist John always played from his heart. I hope you will learn to do the same. Love, Yoko. So that's just. So anyway, that's what was in here. But that's Lost Time, and 15 years, and we did it. I think it feels good. Someday I will, mark my words, record this with the bands and release it. So that's a little preview to those that are still with us that this will happen. It's one of my projects I want to do. But for now, you have to call me if you want a copy of this, and I may not even be able to get you one because we hold it close. But
Sneaker net.
But that's our show. I just want to mention a couple of things. This week, Thursday, I'm at Poor Judgment down here in Newport on Broadway. I'll be playing there from 10 to 1. And then, which is my monthly residency there. And then we have the Songwriters Club at Bill's house on Saturday. Yep, in Elmwood, on Elmwood Ave in Providence. So that's 669 Elmwood Ave. If you want to come check that out, it's a great scene. Brian's playing.
Awesome.
My brother Brian will be playing there. I'm trying to think. I know Randy. I know Bill. I won't be playing, but I'm gonna go. We have to. We've got some good people on the lineup this week, but anyways, so that's a show. Hope you like our 15-year anniversary of Lost Time, and maybe next year we won't do another tribute. Who knows? There's still some songs left to learn, but
support Dave. Got the Venmo up for you, buddy.
Oh yeah, if you like the show tonight or like what we're doing here, that's the easiest way to sort of show your appreciation. To check us out at Venmo, or me out right there. Just want to put that out there to give you an avenue to possibly show your appreciation, sort of a tip jar, if you will. But oh, there I am. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to point out, and then we'll say goodnight. I cleaned my room this week, 2 weekends ago, and I went through some things, and I realized that I had 2 of these Flamand flags. I have one down in the basement, so I decided to bring one up here. Check it out.
Oh, hold on. Oh yeah,
just blended right in, right? It's like part of. Didn't even notice it, did you?
Sorry, I was supposed in the chat.
No, that's all right.
Dude, one more time.
Where are we? Oh, when you're in the wide shot, you see it right behind me.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right there. Yeah. Yeah.
Hold it out, just so people know where to look. Nice. Yep.
Yep. So it's a Flamand family flag with the
Avast ye matey.
With the Newport the Rhode Island anchor in there. So, but yeah, that's our show. We'll see you next time, which is I believe the 21st, March 21st. That's kind of cool. I think it's been 3 21st shows this year so far. Both the January, some funny number stuff going on. So that's cool. It's nice to notice that stuff.
February and March.
So yeah, if you're in town this week on Thursday, come check me out at Poor Judgment. If not, go up to Providence on Saturday. I'll be watching the songwriters perform there, and then we'll see you March 21st back here at Tuesday's Tunes. Hope you had a good time, folks, and thanks again for showing up. And we'll see you next time. Have a good evening.
We'll have to see, coming to you straight from Newport, Rhode Island. Now you're here, won't you come along? We'd like to thank you for coming down and joining our crew. We're all here at Tuesday's Tunes. We'd like to thank you for coming down and joining our crew, 'cause we're all here at Tuesday's Tunes.